So this 51S index, I think we should do a market breakdown on this index. So as usual, we're on the daily time frame, which is the highest time frame on this platform. So we have to start our analysis from this daily time frame. The first thing we have to do is to zoom out of the chart as usual, so we can get a bigger picture of the market. We can have a bigger view of the charts from a higher time frame, the daily time frame. So we can see that we've got some market structures, this being a bearish structure, a bullish structure, bearish, bullish, bearish, bullish. So we can identify this easily using our eyes alone, looking at the charts. So we have this current market structure, which is a bearish structure. Of got series of lower highs market has created and series of lower lows as well. For clarity's sake, we should spot out the highs and lows on this market structure. Let's spot out the highs and lows. We'll zoom into the charts. Having a high at this point, we got another high, lower high, and the new lower high is expected to form on these retracements. Price are expected to drop from there, and we got lower lows as well, having a low there, lower low, and this being the last lower low. That's what is expected for price to retrace, creating a new lower high. Then we see the drop. We expect the drop because the market is on a downtrend. The sells is expected. There's a high probability of getting the market sell. So the market structure has been spotted. The next thing we have to do is to identify the historical levels and zones formed on this time frame. Having a historical level at this point, a level of resistance, it's been a strong level that the market has been respecting. We can see the past reactions. Got price, sell, there's a resistance, soldier resistance, resistance there, and this last reaction resistance. And we have another historical level at this point. There's a historical level here which we can spot out the reaction, the reactions on this level. Seeing this buy, support. Let's zoom into the chart so we can identify these reactions properly. Resistance there, resistance at that point, price dropped there, so the resistance, bought support on that retest, and we had this last reaction which was a sell. Price dropped as a resistance from this point. So that's a major level in the market, as an important level in the market which should be spotted out. So we have another level at this point, a level of support, a historical level of support. We've got a lot of buy reactions on this level. Same price, buy has a support there, support, I think, support there, support, and this current reaction as a support. But there's a reason why price may not respect this level of support. Price may not respect this level, even though we are getting the rejections from it, because of the current state of the market. The market is on a bearish state, so we could easily see a break of this level of support, a retest of it, then we get the sell continuation. And we've also got price respect this level of support, this historical level of support. We've seen price buy on it series of times in the past, so there's a possibility of seeing this level gets broken. We have another level here. We have the last historical level at this point, which we can see the reactions. Price bought support there, support. So we can see that there's a gap. We've got a gap at this point. We've got a gap. So if this level is to get broken, the level of 200,043, 200,684, if this level is to get broken, then we are likely to see a free sell to this next historical level, because there's no zone in this area. There's a gap here. A bullish gap was created, so it's expected for the sellers to come fill up this bullish gap to this point. So if at all we are to look out for a long-term sell opportunity on this index, the swing targets for swing traders, the swing target should be to this level, to this next historical level. That should be the swing target on the sells, because there is no zone price could reject from or buy from or react to on getting the sells. So the point where price is likely to sell to is this next historical level, the level of 173,411. So that's for the daily time frame chart and structure. So we have to proceed to the 4-hour time frame, because that's the next standard lower time frame after the daily time frame. We've identified the market structure on the daily time frame. We can tell the market is bearish, and yeah, let's see if the 4-hour time frame structure still aligns with this. daily time frame structure if we are to still look out for sell opportunities, because we can't conclude or finalize our analysis on this time frame. We still have to analyze further to lower time frames to get a more convenient time frame for our entries. Yeah, so proceeding to the 4-hour time frame. The 4-hour time frame, we can see that we've got a bearish structure as well. The market has created a series of lower highs and series of lower lows. Yeah, series of lower highs at this point and series of lower lows, having a low here, lower low, lower low, lower low, the last lower low, having a high, lower high, lower high, and the last lower high from here. So this is a typical bearish structure on this same 4-hour time frame. So to spot out the historical levels and zones formed, I don't think spotting out the structure is that important. Like spotting out the trend levels of this bearish structure is that necessary, since we can already tell that the market is on a bearish structure. So we have historical levels formed on this 4-hour time frame, which we have to identify as well. These levels plays a very big part when it comes to reaction points in the market, maybe a buy reaction or a sell reaction. That's why it's advised to let's put out the historical levels based on the fact that we've got past histories on these levels. So this level should be spotted at all times. So we have a level here, we have a level at this point. You can see the reaction price pushed up, so the resistance came back to this level, so gave this little sell resistance, pushed up this little sells, there was a break, price came back here, got the buys, retest, price dropped. So we've got reactions on this level, these fake outs, buys, price dropped. We had this last reaction, which was a sell reaction. So this is a historical level that should be spotted out. And I think we have another level here too on this 4-hour time frame, which we can see the reactions. We got buys here, support, price bought, support here. So if price can push up to this area, there's a sell possibility in regards to the histories we've had on this level. But we can't just get an entry because we had a historical level. We can't just look out for sell opportunities on this zone. We need more things to give us the sell confirmations. So this 4-hour time frame, these are the historical levels we've got to this level and to this other level. Still have to proceed to the 1-hour time frame. But on this same 4-hour time frame, we've got an order block, a bearish order block. This is more like a rally based drop. That's a rally based drop, bearish order block. So let's just mark it out, being that it aligns with a historical level. We can see the level of 216,059, because it could be a potential entry point for the sells. We could see price push up to this point to test the zone, then we get the sells follow up. So let's proceed to the 1-hour time frame, because there's no confirmation for an entry point at the moment. We still have to analyze further to lower time frames, because as a day trader, I look out for my entries on lower time frames. I have to do a top-down analysis from the daily time frame, 4-hour time frame, 1-hour time frame, 30 minutes, 15 minutes possibly for entries. I also work with the 1-hour time frame for entry points. Yeah, so on the 1-hour time frame, we have a different structure. Remember, the daily time frame structure was a bearish structure, the 4-hour time frame structure was a bearish structure, but on this 1-hour time frame, we are getting a bullish structure. We got a bullish structure, which the market created series of higher lows and series of higher highs. We have a low here, higher low, and expected higher low at that point, and we've got higher highs as well. Series of higher highs formed there. So we have this historical level that we spotted, same as this level. So it's expected for price to at least come test either of these levels for a possible sell reaction. Remember, market is bearish overall, so we have more sell possibilities, long-term sells. But on this 1-hour time frame, it happens to be that we've got a bullish structure, which also makes sense, because for price to sell from our expected sell zones, the buys is expected. So those buys comes up from a lower time frame, those buys comes from lower time frames. So the market's on a bullish structure on the 1-hour time frame. That means that we could possibly get the buys from a lower time frame, then look out for long-term sells if prices to get to our identified higher time frame sell zones. So this bullish structure, higher lows and higher highs, and we have this historical level. This is a daily time frame historical level. Let's not forget the level of 200,684. So there's a possibility of seeing price give the buys from this 1-hour time frame All we need to do right now is to identify our potential buy zones for a short-term buys, then a long-term sell expected on this index, so we can possibly look out for short-term buy opportunities, being that we spotted a bullish structure on the 1 hour time frame, so there is a buy possibility. So having this historical level that we spotted on the daily time frame, we can see the reactions, price, sold there, resistance, bought here, support, and also got a bullish structure. So there's a formation that caught my interest right now, which is this formation, an order block formation on the 1 hour time frame. This is more like a drop based rally order block, being that we got a historical level, that aligns with this order block formation, this order block pattern, and the market structure is bullish, so we got buy possibilities from the 1 hour time frame. So we could see price drop into this base, then the buys expected, having our targets to be at this point the level of 209,891 target point. If you are to get a good buys from this zone, if you are to get an entry point here, if price can drop into our buy zone, target should be here for the buys, this next historical level, and a break of this level, we could see price buy further to this next zone, testing this 4 time frame bearish order block. Then we now see long-term sells that is expected, the expected sells long term. Remember, we are still bearish long term on this index, but we could take advantage of the short term buys in the coming hours, because for price to sell from our sell zone, the buys is expected. So as day traders, we can take advantage of the potential or possible buy opportunities or sell opportunities in the market. So this is my prediction right now. If price can drop into our buy zone, then I will look out for a good buy. Target point here, entry points here, stop loss should be below the base. Something like this. Targets here, these over 4:1 risk to reward. Let's say 4:1 risk to reward. That's you risking like $100 to make $400, or risking $10 to make $40 if you got a small account, or risking $20 to make $80. So that's it. That's the prediction on this index. And for an extra confirmation, I think we should also bring up the Fibonacci retracement to this recent swing low. We place it on here, extending to the recent swing high, and you can see that the 61.8 fib retracement level, the 0.618 fib retracement level, aligns with our buy zone. So there's definitely a buy possibility from this point. So if price can drop into this zone, if price can drop in here, I'll be looking out for the buys on 51S index. Short-term buys for long-term sells expected. Price buying to these highs, this 4 time frame zone, then gets the sell continuation. Sells expected to these points in the coming days. This week we're getting into, this new week we're getting into, is likely to be a bearish week. That's if you can get the buys to these zones. So that's my analysis and prediction on 51S index.